Welcome to a sneak peek of this week's video of getting very beach trashed. A lot of treasures this week, unfortunately. All right, good morning. I hope I'm in frame here. I have a new camera, like I said in my last video, so I'm still getting used to the nuance, but thanks for joining us this morning. And I think we're going to have a lovely beach clean today. So a couple things just before we head out. If you're joining us for the first time, obviously you are about to watch some beach cleaning, which is always exciting, especially this time of year, because as per the first point I wanted to make, in the summer, and it's late summer now, we often get a really interesting convergence of different types of beach trash. So what I mean by that is the fact that, you know, during the rest of the year, there's plenty of beach trash that has been left over from the summer, that has been washed around to different places with, you know, tides and that sort of thing. And then trash that just continues to run off from hills and streams and that sort of stuff. So there's trash to clean all year round. But again, in the summer, you not only have that trash running off from inland sources, but also stuff that people are directly leaving at the beach. And so that means that during the summer, you get an interesting, again, convergence of different types of trash, whether some of them are recyclables because people are just leaving their bottles and cans at the beach, or again, it's a mix of different types of trash, from stuff that's freshly left behind, unfortunately, as well as stuff that runs off from inland. So that's just the first thing I wanted to mention before we head out. And then the second thing is that along those lines of kind of trying to identify the fresher items versus the older items, so we'll probably do some comparing and contrasting today of items. This is also a video. This is going to tie into our first collaboration video that we're doing with a really interesting channel that I found, or they found me, called the Trash Pirates. Really cool channel, really cool guy. I was talking to him the other day. And so we're going to have a video together in addition to this, where it sort of shows our comparison and contrasts of different trash we find. He's down in Florida, where I'm very familiar with because I was actually born in Florida, which I don't often reveal. Sorry, Floridians watching. But I moved up here when I was a kid, so I'm very familiar with Florida. Haven't gotten to do beach cleaning down there because when I was a kid, we never really did much of that, but I know that area very well. And now I'm in New York, of course, probably, I don't know, maybe 1,200 miles away at least. So I think it will be really interesting to see how we compare and contrast the different types of items we find. Because, you know, a lot of it, again, it's pretty global. Well, I suspect we'll find much of the same material, much of the same rubbish. But, yeah, I think we'll also find, you know, different types of items that reflect the local community or environment of the people that are in it, if you sort of know what I mean. And I think that's something that we'll see here as an example on a local level, where I think this time of year you have a lot of fisher people, unfortunately, leaving behind a lot of fishing stuff, whether that's nets or cut fishing line, that sort of thing, hooks, bait containers. So that's something I find a lot of this time of year too. So those are my predictions, if we can even call them that. But I think I've rambled enough to try to hype today's trash. So it's a beautiful summer day, and let's just get down to it and see what we find. You know, we are in an area that I've beach cleaned several times before. I think I did a clean here earlier in the spring, but again, it's late summer now. So I know other people, I've run into other people who come here, but I haven't been here myself in quite a few months actually now. So I would imagine that there's going to be trash to find, but let's see. Only one way to find out, and that's to head on down to the sands and get trashed. Well, you'd think I would have learned by now to remember to bring my selfie stick stand with me, but of course I forgot and left it in the car, and I'm not going all the way back because it's about a mile hike, and I'm already getting a little toasty out here. So bear with the awkward camera angles as I just show you some of the treasures we found today, and I'm not even gonna have time really to go through all of these because there's so many, so I'm gonna kind of speed run some of these finds. And again, I think, as I predicted, you can really see the diversity of both summer items left here fresh and other items that you can find year round. They wash up different times. Of course, we'll start with the scourge of my existence, which are balloons. I hate them. I hope they die, and we don't need them. I find so many balloons and their strings, tangled in all sorts of marine environments, the seaweed and brush, and places where animals make nests and that sort of thing. So it's terrible because these types of plastics can last hundreds, if not thousands of years. Maybe not thousands, but hundreds of years certainly. So a moment to enjoy a balloon for generations of that tangling up biomass doesn't quite seem worth it from my perspective. In terms of fishing stuff, I was actually really glad to see there wasn't a ton of that. As I mentioned before, usually I find a lot of cut fishing lines. I barely found any of those. I found like a piece of one. I can't even find it in here right now. But that's great because those, much like the ribbons, are sort of even worse, I think, in my opinion, because they're so strong and they don't break down really. So I did find some lids like this, which are often used for bait containers. So those are still hanging around, but much less than previous summers, which last summer was really bad. So I'm hoping word got out and maybe people are just picking them up, but that's great to see too. I found something close to that, but this just looks like a straight up takeout food thing for salsa or something like that. But anyways, so we found that. What else did we find? Our drinks for today. So as always, we have options. If you want to enjoy a cool, refreshing chocolate milk type thing, we have that. We have morning coffee, if you like that. We have juice pack things. I probably shouldn't say brand names, so I'm not going to, but they're all guilty, pretty much. You'll find all brand name juices on the beach here. And if you have children, we have a baby bottle for them, so that's an option. Very nice. And if you're like me and you like a beer, probably not so much one of these that shall not be named, but it's an option. And of course, in the age of Corona, I'm not going to mention any brand names, but it is the age of Corona. You figure that out from there. Enjoy a nice smoke on the beach too. And if you just want to hydrate, of course, we always find water bottles, which, again, if they're fresh, if they're clean, you can recycle them, certainly. And if they're not so much. So I think this is a good side-by-side comparison right here, right? The one on, I don't know if it's your right or in the actual video, but the one on my right could maybe be washed and recycled. This one on the left, however, not so much, and you can see maybe, this is probably, I would guess, months, if not years old, and it's going to be around much longer, unfortunately, before it entirely breaks down. So, and if we want to party, maybe play some beer pong or flip cup, we have that as an option too. So, solo cups are always an option. Found a lot of kids' toys as well, like toy digging shovels and stuff. And again, a lot of this I think speaks to industry changes that we need to make with like kids' toys. I mean, if they just play with them for a moment, now they're going to be on the beach forever, for hundreds of generations. Again, we need to do better and try to find alternatives that break down better, which is a whole other conversation about the plastic industry. Again, lots of bags, even tiny ones like Ziplocs, or big ones like this white one that I was going to use another one of my green bags, but why not wait and find a white bag to hold my treasures in, and that's what I did. Also been finding a lot of these. I think they're like single hit joints or something. Again, plastic containers, not great to have just lying around. I found a few of those today, actually. So I'm finding more of these. yeah, not so chill. And then things that you don't normally think about, but yeah, they wind up as plastic on the beach, like foot insoles, shoe insoles, like lunch type container things. This one looks recyclable, but it has a number 7 recycling symbol on it, which means not all recycling centers take that. And again, this is why we really need to have a conversation about the recycling industry in general, because more needs to be done with that to actually either change the packaging or recycle it better, certainly. So those were kind of the main hits. There was one other thing I wanted to show you though. Lots of candy wrappers too, so if you want snacks, there's Sour Patch Kids, all that sort of stuff. Oh, tent stake. I love hunting, and this is my I love camping, and this is my plastic litterer hunter vampire dagger now. So that's that. Oh, and this was the last thing I really wanted to show you, because somebody actually sent me a video, I don't know, this morning, and these plastic rings, one of them was around a dolphin's nose, and the dolphin starved to death. So yeah, as little as this seems, it can, obviously dolphins don't have thumbs, they can't pop this off their snout. Do dolphins have snouts? Noses? Whatever. So yeah, even something as seemingly minuscule as this bottle ring thing, dangerous. I don't know how necessary it is either. So those were my main treasures. And in terms of, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, our friend the Trash Pirate, or Trash Pirates down south in Florida, I think comparatively to the trash I found here, I think he's gonna find a lot of solo cups, because when I think Florida, I think beach parties. So I think that will be a big one. I think a lot of this, just common stuff. I think some of this rope type fiber stuff that's made of plastic. I think beach toys he'll find a lot of. And I think as well he'll find beer cans, bottles, cigarettes, all those common sorts of things. And again, I think he'll find a lot of fishing stuff. So those are my predictions, and I'm curious what he discovers on just his daily afternoon beach clean that's similar or different from mine. So those are the treasures today, and I think a pretty good haul. Unfortunately, good is bad in this case, but that's just how it goes. So if you like this video, please like. I hate saying like, share, and subscribe, but I've gotten good feedback on these videos and people seem to like them. So if you want updates, just do that. And I forgot almost to mention this: do the right thing bag, or do things right bag, which I think is made out of some sort of plastic cloth. But it's just funny that it says "do things right" on it, so that might be the cover image or something for this video. But anyways, yeah, and check out Trash Pirates channel. I think the channel is actually named the Trash Pirates, so I'll link that in the description. And like I said, we'll have a video coming out together where it shows our sort of side-by-side comparison, so keep an eye out for that. And other than that, thanks for joining us on another beautiful summer day, and we'll be back next week with more trashy videos. So thanks so much for watching, and until next time, stay safe, have fun, enjoy the summer, and see you at the beach.